yo, how you doing, guys? It's me, the one AJ, representing 1/5 of them boys. So you know what that means? We're here, and we're here for the first time in 2025. And that means only one thing: 30 men, 30 women, all vying to throw 29 over people over the top rope for the Royal Rumble and start the road to WrestleMania. Yes, guys, this is the one. This is a big one. And also, in terms of the ministry, boys, this is a good one because being the Rumble and being such a wild card, especially this year as a wild card, we get a chance to like double up on our points and triple up on our points. So for the men's rumble and the women's rumble, here are some of the opportunities to win points. You can win 2 points for getting the correct answer of the winner, but we also throw in a dark horse / second chance winner, and that one is worth 1 point. So correct winner 2 points, one winner 1 point, and then we also have the Iron Man and Iron Woman point in there. And just to make things a bit more interesting, good old Then the Tech has generated us some random numbers. So each of us have got 6 numbers each. Out of those, if that person wins, we get 1 point. So it's like that. So let's say I pick, let's say John Cena to win the men's Royal Rumble, and he comes out at number 15, and I've got number 15 in my list. I don't know my numbers just yet. Boom, bam, bish. I get the 2 points plus another one, so that's 3 points, just like that. And you know what? That all helps to create the Ministry of Wrestling champion, and we are in the final furlong. Can I win? Not a chance in hell, but I will still fight for 4th place, because you know what, that's the one. So let's not waste any time, and let's kick it off with the women's Royal Rumble. How did the guys vote? Let's have a look. Women's Rumble, a bit trickier actually, a bit trickier, but I'm gonna go with none other than the returning Charlotte Flair. Woo! To be your winner. Dark horse. I think the dark horse is a tricky one. Is this the return for Becky? Do we see her come back? Look, she might turn back up here, but I don't think she's going to be our dark horse. I'm going to go with... No, not Liv. Nia. Nia Jax. Nia Jax could be an interesting one. Do you know what? This Rumble's kind of difficult in that way. But let's go with Nia. I don't know why, but let's go with Nia. I was going to go with Iron Woman, but I think she was last year's Iron Woman. But I think this year's Iron Woman, let's go with Jordynne Grace. She's just signed to WWE. Let's make an impact. If you get it, you get it. But yeah, let's make an impact with Jordan. Let's make Jordynne Grace. Oh, do I want to make her my dark horse? So, no. I'm going to stick with Nia as the dark horse and Jordynne Grace to be the Iron Woman. Let's make a mark with Jordan. So Jordynne Grace is the Iron Woman, Nia Jax is the dark horse, and woo! Charlotte Flair on her way to WrestleMania to possibly outdo Daddy and become 17-time champ.
There's one thing that makes me incredibly sad about the Women's Royal Rumble. Though there's been a lot of errors with women's wrestling in general, not just in WWE, across the board. Women's wrestling has not been championed enough pretty much anywhere other than TNA. The WWE women's division is still pretty damn good. Let's not kid around here. And what I find really sad is that despite the supposed 2 biggest stars in Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch being absent for so long, a lot of the women have thrived. Rhea Ripley, Mummy, has been a resounding success for the last 12 to 24 months. I don't think that's an argument. Liv Morgan has been a revelation in the last 12 months. Nia Jax has finally come to fruition. And I'm a big Nia Jax fan now. I never thought I would have said that a year ago. There's so many high spots that Chelsea Green is just box office. Like, despite Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch being away, and despite the fact that I'm a big fan of both of them, I haven't really missed either of them. So I find it really sad that we move into this Women's Royal Rumble, which for all the right reasons is actually really difficult to call. And yet all the headlines are about Charlotte and Becky returning. It's a bit of a shame, really. It's very hard because I think to call this match, you kind of have to look down the road to WrestleMania at WrestleMania itself and try and guess what the marquee matches are going to be. I think the 2 matches that everyone wants to see are Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Now, the problem with that is that both Bianca and Charlotte have won Rumbles before. One of these women is getting the accolade of 2-time Royal Rumble winner. first two-time Royal Rumble winner. And you have to think, with the way the company, McMahon or not, despite the fact that we're in the Levesque Netflix look at me and my big nose era, they obviously have a huge amount of respect and a hard-on for the Flair family name. So much as I don't like it, even though I'm a massive Charlotte Flair fan, I do somehow think Charlotte Flair is going to win the Royal Rumble. To back myself up, I'm going to pick as my dark horse Bianca Belair. Main reason Bianca's not my front runner is just because she's tied up in the, in the who hit Jade, who attacked Jade storyline. Maybe Jade returns at the Rumble and we get a moment. Who knows? Maybe she's not cleared yet. I honestly don't know. Be cool if she did come back. And it would actually be quite cool if it was revealed. Everyone thinks it's Naomi. If it was revealed that actually, no, it was Bianca who attacked Jade. Who knew? Now Bianca's a heel. Let's see how that plays out. But yeah, I'm going to pick Bianca as my dark horse. And Iron Woman, it's a tough one to call. I'd love them to make Nia Jax the Iron Woman. I really would. She's going to have a showing, Nia Jax. I think Io Sky is going to be the Iron Woman. Let her do all of her crazy between the ropes shenanigans. I think Io Sky is going to be your Iron Woman. So those are my picks. Charlotte Flair winner, Bianca Belair to be Dark Horse, and Io Sky to be Iron Woman. Those are the picks.
My Iron Woman. I don't think you're going to win. Not really a dark horse, but I always have to pick her. So why not make her the Iron Woman? I'm picking Bayley. Just control the Rumble. Let everyone know what to do. Do your thing. So yeah, Bayley, my Iron Woman. My wild card could be blonde or a redhead. One of them are coming back. Might be both of them. If both of them come back, I'm going to go with the blonde, even though the guy that really is on her is not there. But the new guy I really like. That's just called again Charlotte Flair. If Charlotte Flair turns out, it's a wild card. So yeah, I want to throw Charlotte Flair out there. Winner? I don't know, because I don't know any of the wrestlers. So I usually will pick Bayley. You know what? Let me pick the other one. It's going to be, that'd be really messed up if she comes back and just straight in there. But hey, Becky Lynch. I'm picking people that's not even signed or not in the company or whatever. So I'm picking Becky Lynch. Hopefully my number can generate something good and I get that. I said it before on the man, or it's the first time I'm saying it. Come on, 27. Or number 2 for some reason. Yeah, there's the ones. So just to reiterate, Bayley, Iron Woman, Charlotte Flair, Dark Horse, and Becky Lynch winner. Why am I picking Becky? Come on, random generated number.
So just like I said for the men's, the women's Royal Rumble is also a very jam-packed Royal Rumble. Could we see Becky Lynch? Could we see the return of Jade Cargill? Anyone could win this Royal Rumble, the women's Royal Rumble. Obviously, we got the comeback of the Queen, Charlotte Flair as well. Where does she fit in all of this? Where does Bayley and Io Sky come in all of this? Could we see the return of Asuka as well, the long-awaited return of Asuka? See, what's funny is a couple of months ago, my pick, because of how things were, was Rhea Ripley, but then she recently won back the women's world title. Congratulations, mommy. So now that just takes away that whole thing, and now they've kind of bumped up this whole Charlotte thing, but then they've kind of kept Becky a secret. I don't know if she was supposed to turn up on the first Raw on Netflix. I don't know if she was to turn up the week after that, or even at Saturday night's main event. But I know she's meant to make a comeback. Could we see Alexa Bliss? That's another comeback that we could see as well. So many possible comebacks. Jordynne Grace, she's recently been released. So we could see the debut of a Jordynne Grace as well. The Final Four will definitely be interesting as well. But my winner for the Women's Royal Rumble will be Charlotte Flair. I think the Iron Woman will be... I'm going to go ahead and say Bianca Belair, purely because of what's going to come at the end of that. And the dark horse, I would say the dark horse for the Women's Royal Rumble will be Becky Lynch. That's the best way I can put it right now. But my winner, Charlotte Flair. Woo!
Out of all the matches on the card this year, it's definitely the Women's Rumble that throws me off the most because, you know, it's the most unpredictable out of everything on the card this year because they've not been pushing anyone as the set winner to like come back and win it all. I reckon we're gonna get some surprises as well. We're gonna get a few returns. Definitely expect someone like Becky Lynch to show back up. Like been hearing a lot of things about they turned up Alexa Bliss's contract and all that. But like, hey, she could easily just show up at the Rumble. Yeah, so and it'd be a surprise. We can get a few NXT and even TNA girls like show up in the Rumble as well, but it's all for the taking. Of course, they've announced the brilliant Charlotte Flair is going to be back. And one match I feel that leads heavily into is a bit of blonde on blonde crime with Flair winning and then taking on Tiffany Stratton. Like that is definitely one of the more stronger possibilities for me. Like you know, since like we don't know all of the names in there, this one is much more like harder. Oh man, you could have Liv Morgan win it again as well. She's been on the tier this year. But if I'm a betting man, just because I don't know, I'm gonna go with Charlotte. Charlotte to win and do the Tiffany Stratton idea. I just feel that's a, you know, that's a WrestleMania main event that they'll want to do. As for who is the dark horse to win this, man, try to think. I look up and down that roster, who is up and coming, who could be that person to challenge. I don't know. I honestly don't know. You know, I'm gonna go Nia Jax for the dark horse. You know, because she's done a lot of things, but she hasn't won the Rumble, and that really does sets her up for the ultimate payback, which they haven't really got to yet with Tiffany Stratton. So, yeah, she's my dark horse to pull out the victory. As for who's going to be in the match the longest, I'm going to go, I reckon Lyra Valkyria. Like they are pushing her heavy, pushing her hard at the moment. So, yeah, I think they want her to have a good showing, so I think she's going to be the one to be in the match the longest.
Okay. So that was really quite uninteresting. Charlotte Flair be everyone's pick. Yes, I say everyone's pick, guys. While well, as before recording, I should have said it before. Then the tech actually signaled me and said, "Bro, I've said it in the wrong order. Charlotte to win, Becky for my dark horse." There is no influence in that. He's not seen anyone's videos. It is all done prior. He just sent the videos, didn't have time to re-record. So once again, Den the Tech has gone for Charlotte Flair to win, Becky Lynch as a dark horse. A lot of talk of Nia out there as well, which is nice to see. What I would love to say is, I think as much as I've gone for Jordan as an Iron Woman, I would love for Dakota Kai to be an Iron Woman or something. The angle she had with falling just short of the IC title, it would be absolutely perfect if we give her some form of accolade, because I would like to see a lot of things with Dakota Kai. But a lot of great names that mentioned there by the boys, and a great segment by Nico. I shouldn't take any preference in anyone saying, apart from mine. But yeah, also Den said he wanted number 27, but Leon's got number 27. Go figure. But yeah, I love what he talks about in the Women's Rumble, and the fact that some of our legends have done a good work in building our stars now, and without them, it could have been a more interesting Rumble. And let's just say it, 4 horsewomen, 3 of them still with WWE, and those are Den's picks: winner, Iron Woman, and Dark Horse. But anyway, let's not digress. Let's go from 3 to 2 out of 3. Yes, we're talking 2 out of 3 falls. DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns. How did the guys vote? Let's have a look.
Yeah, surprisingly difficult to call this one. Yeah, you can kind of flip it both ways. Obviously, it can only go 2 ways. Here's the thing. I wouldn't As much as I love the Motor City Machine Guns, and I think that they've done a fantastic job since they arrived, though I have my feelings about them maybe getting the belts a little bit early and having that worry that is there ever going to be another time. I remain hopeful that there will be another time, but I don't think that time is now. I would like to believe they're going to win the titles at Mania against who, I don't know, maybe against DIY again. The overarching question I have is, if DIY lose here, what was the point of doing all of this stuff with Pretty Deadly? Like, we've been doing this back and forth that we're going to promise Pretty Deadly a match. We're going to promise Pretty Deadly a match. We're leading them on. We're leading them on. Now, you could have Pretty Deadly turn on them here, but I don't see the payoff in that narratively. I think it would make a lot more sense, especially given that it's a 2 out of 3 falls match, that Pretty Deadly get involved in this match and end up costing the Motor City Machine Guns. Also, kind of under the impression that there's going to be a lot of babyface wins on the card. So this would be the opportunity to at least get one of the heels over. So as much as I'd love to see the Guns win and hoping for a Mania spot, I think DIY retain the gold here. So yeah, DIY for the win.
This tag team match, we have, well, you know who we have in this match. Don't need to repeat it. You probably heard it already. That's I'm going first. I'm gonna go with Motor City Machine Gun. Oh, I'm looking at the. Oh, you can't even see. I'm just looking at the Wikipedia of the things when you see me look down. But go for Motor City Machine Guns. Simple fact, I haven't seen them wrestle in WWE yet. So because I'm seeing them for the first time, they're gonna win. Logics, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, the winner for the tag team match, Motor City Machine Gun. I think they were champions before. If not, they're retaining or they're winning for the first time. I think they're retaining. Let me not be silly now.
One thing I have to say is I definitely have to give it to the Motor City Machine Guns and DIY, because they have definitely made the tag team division interesting to watch again. They've definitely stormed it up through just those two. You've got Pretty Deadly involved. You've got the Street Profits involved. You know, you've got so many different tag teams involved in the storyline at the same time that it can put a possible platform for any one of them to come up and step up and win those tag team titles. And if there's going to be hot potato with any type of titles, I wouldn't even complain if it was the tag team titles, you know? And you can do that for a while. Just even if it's to make temporary storylines, it could definitely work. Now, DIY have only recently just turned heel, so obviously for them to lose so soon, I don't think it would give their heel turn any purpose. It would be like, well, what was the point in that? You got a 2 out of 3 falls as well, so there's no point in having the Motor City Machine Guns win it back after 2 out of 3 falls, only for them, DIY, to then win it back again. It just wouldn't make any sense after 2 out of 3 falls. In a match like that, a Hell in a Cell, 2 out of 3 falls, or I Quit, or Last Man Standing, those are usually the closure matches. Those are usually the matches that put that rivalry to bed. And in order, Motor City Machine Guns are good enough to take a loss. You do that with DIY, they get lost in the fold again. And in order for their heel run to stand out, and it's been a long time since they've had that heel run, especially as a tag team, this is the time to do it. So, still, your WWE Tag Team Champions, it's DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
It is so good to see that the Motor City Machine Guns and DIY have been given this spot. It shows WWE is holding them in somewhat of a high regard. As we all know, there's only about 4 or 5 pay-per-view slots these days, or PLE as they call it. So if you're on one of those slots, that means, you know, they think highly of you. And it really makes you feel warm to see the Motor City Machine Guns especially being highlighted on one of the biggest WWE pay-per-views. Yeah, that's great for them, and I'm sure they're proud of that accomplishment. But unfortunately, that's the only thing they're going to be accomplishing that night, because I feel DIY just got the titles back, and we need to let them cook. Like, yeah, you can make the Guns get it back eventually, but Not right now. I feel they're gonna have an awesome match that will exceed expectation, but no, DIY for the win.
DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. 2 out of 3 falls. I'm loving this. SmackDown are actually working with the tag team division and making it something. And with that, I'm going to go with DIY, because you know what, I think after the Motor City Machine Guns have had their loss, it's time for Pretty Deadly to step up, be like, where's that title shot you promised us? Yeah, where's the title shot you promised them boys? Yeah. So yeah, that's the one. I'm going to go for Motor City Machine Guns to come very close. They'll probably score the first pin, but DIY will go on to win, and then their next feud is Pretty Deadly. Yeah, so I got a bit excited, done the 1/5 for them boys, or shout out to the Briscoes. What I meant to be is, yes, boy! Where's our title shot? But yeah, that's what I meant. Either way. But yes, it looks like everyone is down with the DIY, apart from Dender Tech. Bit of a contrary there, but hey, fortune favors the bold. So just because you've not seen them gives them a victory. Go with it, bro. I'll go with it. If not, I'll take my point. But okay, now let's go to the one who will climb the ladder to success, the one who secures their spot to wrestle. Well, depends. Elimination Chamber might get in the way, but who banks their ticket and who holds the title? Kevin Owens, who was right, versus the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Which way did the guys vote? Let's have a look.
It would be so cool if Kevin Owens win the title. We all know he's not, but it'd be great if he did. I'm gonna go with Cody. I'm gonna pick Cody up until even when he loses. I'm gonna pick him and he's gonna lose because they like their long reigns, and that'd be I think he would lose at Mania. Oh, would he? Oh, I'd love to see Cena versus Cody. Cena versus Cody at Mania and get Cena to win it and have the 17th and then lose it on the Monday night. But it won't be that. But that's Mania. I'm way too ahead. So I'm going to go with Cody to retain the title. That makes it easy for me to pick, right? Yeah.
At last, the long-awaited ladder match for the undisputed WWE title. This match is going to have its back and forths, and this match could go anywhere. You could actually have Kevin Owens actually win the undisputed WWE title. Will Sami Zayn come and help him? Will he let him down at the end? It could go anywhere. You know, we've had little teasers and little Easter eggs of the possible turn from Sami Zayn, you know, the little interaction from Karrion Kross, and then Cody turning up right after that on SmackDown. There's so many different elements of things that could happen. And it wouldn't actually be bad news if KO was actually to go and win. You know, are we ready for a new champion yet? Some people might feel that they are. But at the same time, it has been a comfortable run for Cody Rhodes. I can't complain. He has had a good run. He's defended the title as and when asked. And obviously different storylines have come into that. But nonetheless, he has been a fighting champion. And I can't complain with that. He is the face and he's carrying it well, as The Rock, the final boss, has said. However, there are going to be many turns. There are going to be many close moments. There are going to be a lot of things. As a matter of fact, you could have a situation where both of them grab the belts and, you know, we have like controversy again. But for me, I think we have to have a winner of this. It's been great to see a little run of the Winged Eagle title. Obviously, it's a classic title that everybody loves, and it's been great to see it. You know, where it was only supposed to have one night, it's had a month of being in the top spot. So it's been great to see the Winged Eagle title, but I think it's time to basically retire it again. It's been good. It's lasted long. We're satisfied to see that belt for a hot minute. Evidently, it definitely looks better than the current WWE title, but we're still grateful for seeing it for the length of time that we did. But the winner, and still your undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
Kevin Owens is doing some of the best work of his career. Like his reasoning, the way he comes off in the ring as well, his promos, everything he's doing, the shenanigans. Like, I'm here for all of it. Yeah, and to be honest, man, I might actually side a little with KO with what he's saying. they say like the best villains are ones you can relate to. Maybe even like side a little bit with their points, and I feel like KO is that villain here. And like I would hope that that would push him to a WWE title. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case here, only because we are so close to WrestleMania, and I think they're going to want the poster boy, Cody Rhodes, like the main babyface of the industry, yeah, to be in one of the main events, yeah, and have that title for at least a calendar year to make it, a real solid reign that he's had here. Like maybe even goes past Mania, we'll see. But to do that, he's gonna have to win here. And as much as I would like to see KO like have a title, be rewarded for his hard work, hell, maybe even meet Sami Zayn in that WrestleMania main event. I don't think it's gonna happen here. I think Cody beats KO here. Cody for the win.
So there was a conversation in our group chat, and Nico said it best. Would love for KO to win this ladder match. And you know what? Kevin is right. I don't care what the rest of you say. Kevin is right. But sadly, he's not winning. He's not going to win that ladder match. Cody's going to finally bring back his golden eagle and walk into WrestleMania with the eagle. But God, what a moment it would be. But sadly, Royal Rumble is a curse to Kevin Owens when it comes to title matches. So unfortunately, Kev, you'll come very close. But yeah, he's doing it for the culture, my G. Cody Raheem Rhodes. Yeah, no, Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, to retain.
Allow me, if you will, to pitch you a little dream booking scenario. Cody Rhodes has unsurprisingly been a fantastic world champion. Now, I also think KO has been one of the most interesting characters in WWE in the last few weeks. And I think it's pretty universally agreed that KO should be holding the world title more than once, and it's overdue. It's not happening, but indulge me my fantasy booking. You could have KO go over here. Cody Rhodes would effectively be protected because he hasn't eaten a pin 1, 2, 3. He's lost in the ladder match, which to a degree protects him, and he's pretty much bulletproof anyway at this point. KO gets his WrestleMania main event for the third year in a row, which is poetically sweet. And Sami Zayn versus KO is the WrestleMania main event, and Sami Zayn wins the Rumble. Come on. That's poetry in motion. For me, at least. I hope you all agree. Sadly, that's not happening. There will be interference in this match. KO is going to recruit help. I do wonder if it's going to be Sami. I think it would be stupid if it was, having Sami go heel on Cody like that. I personally, I wouldn't like that because they've done so well with making Sami a face recently. But Cody's obviously retaining this. There's no ifs, no buts. Yeah, forgive the slightly long segment. I just wanted to share a fantasy booking with you. Cody Rhodes for the win.
Right. So everybody has said the American Nightmare continues. So first of all, I just want to go back to the tag match. Shout out to Big Tone. Yes, DIY and I was going to say Pretty Deadly. DIY and Motor City Machine Guns being on this card is something to be like excited for. Like proper indie guys just doing their bit, even they've earned their dues, so well done to you guys. Now to go into a bit of play role myself, going into what Nico said, let's talk about it. I feel like Cody. Like here we go. Maybe that it's not going to be for the title, but maybe we will see KO versus Sami but where were you when I needed you? You were available for Roman, but you weren't there. But then something else came into my mind. He said, who would he recruit? Who could KO recruit? Let's go for the ultimate twist. I mean, I tried to do it with Solo and Heyman, it didn't work. But what happens if the three most deadly letters in the industry, RKO, comes and we see an RKO onto Cody Rhodes? It still leads to Cody winning, but that's a good Elimination Chamber match. Legacy versus Legacy. RKO, Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. I would love to see it. That's a build there. So we've got a little feud in between. Yeah, Cody's got title matches in the way, so that won't be a Mania match. But hey, Randy versus Cody, I will not disagree with either at Mania. But just a few little tidbits to go out there. Now, guys, I don't know if I should call it the main event because it's a bit of a disrespect to the women's, but yes, we are talking the final match of this card. We are talking the men's Royal Rumble. Just like the women's Royal Rumble, there are so many candidates out there. It's a very tough one to call. Which way did the guys vote? Let's have a...
For me, this has got to be the best Royal Rumble since 2001, where you have such a full, star-studded, jam-packed Royal Rumble that there's just a number of people that could win. It could be anybody, literally. You got John Cena, you got Roman Reigns, you got Seth Rollins, you got CM Punk, you've got Jey Uso. There are so many people that could win. And then obviously you've got the surprises as well. This definitely, I'm going to use that favorite word again, but it's definitely going to be interesting because there's such a number of people that could win it this year, and it's just going to have people glued to the TV. I must give it to WWE for making this the most anticipated Royal Rumble in years. Now, as much as it's very hard to think about who could possibly win, I'm going to go ahead and say CM Punk. It's really hard because anyone could win it, but I'm going to choose CM Punk to win the Royal Rumble. My dark horse will be John Cena, and my Iron Man will be Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. Obviously, we could go into a lot of deliberation, but the boys obviously are making their predictions as well. So without making it too long, that's what I'm going to say. CM Punk to win, and then he's going to go on to face Roman Reigns in night 1 at WrestleMania, and then obviously night 2 could be the actual title match. The dark horse to be John Cena, because obviously it's too easy for him to win the Royal Rumble and then go on to win. I think there's going to be a few hurdles, and if that's the case, that would be the first time that John Cena has had to go through a couple of hurdles to get to the championship this time, and that would make things even more interesting. And then obviously Seth Rollins to be the Iron Man match, because obviously he's got a lot going on this, only to be failed at the last hurdle. So that's how it's going to be.
This year's Rumble is going to be a very interesting one. Like, there's so many people that you can see coming out with a victory. There's your CM Punks of the world. There's your Roman Reigns. There's John Cena. Some speculate even The Rock could be in the Rumble. You know, the playing field is quite wide, isn't it? You got younger guys, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso. They could also like pull out a victory. There's a lot of credible people. Who do I think is going to win overall? I would probably pick CM Punk to be the overall winner. I just feel that his storyline is more further along than the others, whereas you got you got his favor from Paul Heyman. So we'll see what that's gonna be. Maybe it helps him win. Maybe it's just walking down his side at WrestleMania and they're fulfilling a prophecy that was said by Paul Heyman a long, long time ago, that he'll walk down side by side with CM Punk in the main event. So yeah, I think we're gonna go that route. As for who's my dark horse to win, that's difficult as well, man. There's people, man, but I'm gonna go with John Cena as the dark horse to win, because again, the story also writes itself pretty easily. Cena, somehow manages it, and he's got that world title match more than likely against Gunther, isn't it? Yeah, they could go Cody, but I reckon Gunther is the way there. As for who's going to be in the match the longest, there's two people really. I feel it's either going to be Sami Zayn or Jey Uso. And I feel Jey Uso, I feel that they expect big things of him, and they're giving him that superstar push. And because of that, I feel like obviously he ain't gonna win, but he's gonna have a huge spotlight. So I'm gonna pick Jey Uso to be the Iron Survivor.
Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. My winner. I am even tempted to make him my dark horse too because I'm so sure he's going to win. But I'm going for CM Punk. I said it last year, injury prevailed and he didn't do it. But I think CM Punk is going to be our main man going to WrestleMania. I'm not going to put all my eggs in one basket. Do I go for the final boss? Do I go for Seth? Do I go for Drew? Nah. Let's go for it. Let's acknowledge him. Roman Reigns. Iron Man. I tell you what, I nearly went for Braun Breaker, but I think we're going to see the monster, the Samoan werewolf himself, Jacob Fatu, to be your Iron Man for this year. I think there's a lot riding on Jacob, and this will solidify him as a monster and a beast. So let's go for Jacob Fatu. Maybe Brock Lesnar will turn up and eliminate him, but no, Jacob Fatu to be my Iron Man. Yeah. So what we've got? Winner, Dark Horse, Iron Man. Have I forgotten something? I don't think so. If I have, I'll edit another video. But for now, that's the one. CM Punk to win.
Now, the men's rumble is a funny one because everyone, their girlfriend, their brother, sister, mother, father, whoever, whatever other sucker is talking about how stacked this rumble is. And it is. Let's be real. I'm not going to rifle off all the names on the card. You hear, you know. It is a stacked rumble. Also has Shinsuke Nakamura. Lol. But despite being as stacked as it is, I think there's only one logical winner here, isn't there? Or have I missed something completely? CM Punk. It has to be Punk. Whether you want to mark out about him or whether you want to hate the guy, both of which I understand, he's box office. And you look at the Go Home Raw show, which was really good. And you look at that promo he cut on Cody and tell me there's not a hotter match in WWE at the moment that doesn't include The Rock that isn't Cody and CM Punk. It has to be Punk. That actually, I'm going to come back to this in a minute just to go full circle because I've got two little fun theories about how we get there. With Iron Man, I nearly went John Cena. Can I just say, I really want John Cena to get championship number 17 with me and the rest of the world, hopefully. But Cena hasn't got it in the tank. Cena does not have the engine to do over an hour in the Rumble anymore. Like he's ring rust. Ring rust is a real thing. So Iron Man, I'm going to pick Mr. 3-star himself, Mr. 3-star Seth Rollins, the visionary and the architect of the 3-star mid-level match. I do think Rollins is going to be the Iron Man. Dark Horse, it's a heart pick. You know, logic should make me pick Roman Reigns, really, but I don't think that's happening. Dark Horse, I'm going with Cena. Although he's not winning. God, I hope he gets that title, though. And I think WWE are acutely aware that there's a lot of Cena marks out there, like this guy, who will want to see Cena get championship number 17. And I think he's going to be the one of two remaining. And I think Punk is going to throw Cena over the top rope, and you're going to have that throwback to the summer of Punk and to their big rivalry. But yeah, Punk is throwing Cena over the top, unfortunately. Little thing for me to say that maybe Roman Reigns helps him, and that's the favor being called in. That Roman helps Punk eliminate Cena. Who knows? But yeah, Punk's winning this. Dark Horse John Cena, Iron Man, 3-star Seth Rollins. Those are my picks.
Let me go right now. My Iron Man for this, I'm gonna go Chad Gable because that's just Kurt Angle smaller, and give him a shine again because that guy can go, and I actually like Chad. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Chad Gable for Iron Man. Dark Horse. I can't believe I'm saying this guy's a dark horse because he's a 6 times world champion. That's right. I'm going John Cena to be the dark horse winner. Everyone wants to see it. Well, majority of people want to see it. A lot of people have forgotten about the Cena decade. You know, the time of just non-stop winning. And because it's his last year, let him go out on top. But Cena for my dark horse. I'm going for my winner. Seth freaking Rollins. I want Seth Rollins to win. It could be Punk, you know. Actually, there's a lot of stars that could do it, but I'm gonna go with Seth Rollins to win because I don't even know why. I just got Seth in my head. So yeah, Seth Rollins to take it. I'm just reiterate. It's Iron Man is Chad, Dark Horse, Cena, winner, Seth. And my random numbers, AJ will put it up whenever. Or he's even put it up already. I haven't generated them yet, so I don't know what numbers I've got. Come on, 27.
In fact, I think he's got 22, and he nearly said 22, but he said 27. He's still back in Leon. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Well, anyway, it shouldn't be saying that. But anyway, guys, yeah, look, fun facts on this stuff. Do you know who's just come into my head that would be a really interesting, like, Iron Man? Gunter. Let's see Gunter come out because he wants some revenge on Cody. But yeah, so he's looking to be like a champ and unify. That would be an interesting one. I'm still loving the idea. Look, WrestleMania 39, Usos versus KO and Sammy. WrestleMania 40, Uso versus Uso. WrestleMania 41, Sammy versus KO. They deserve a Mania moment, man. Give it to them. You know what to do, Hunter. Mr. Hall of Fame, you dirty dog, you. But yeah, look, that's the one. I am all over the idea of Jacob Fatu. Maybe not Iron Man, but maybe most eliminations, which leads me to say, guys, comment below. Who do you see getting the most eliminations? Excuse me, both in the women's and the men's rumble. Who will get the most eliminations? It's not points for us, but I'd love to hear from you. Who do you think is your winner? Who's your dark horse? Who do you see climbing the ladder and taking the coveted WWE titles at this point? And who is going to get the 2 out of 3 falls between DIY and Motor City Machine Guns? Oh, guys, I cannot wait. It's going to be a good one. Hope you do enjoy it. And once again, guys, get interactive with us. If you're not going to comment on YouTube, do it on Instagram. Do it on Facebook at Ministry of Wrestling, at MOW News on X, formerly known as Twitter. But until the next time, guys, all I'm going to say is enjoy the Rumble. First one on Netflix. And I will catch you soon. I am the one AJ representing them boys, also known as the Ministry of Wrestling. And I will see you soon. See ya.